Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name is Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to carry on. We're getting very close to having looked at all the new Sword and Shield cards. There were a lot of them. And today, we're finishing off the water Pokemon. Yesterday, we had a lovely chat about crabs. But today, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about water Pokemon that aren't crabs. And we've got 4 to talk about. Let's start off by having a little bit of a look at Mantine. Mantine is one of those, we're still waiting for our second Mantike card, so cheers for that. And fun little side note, this Mantine has actually been released as a regular card, but also it's come as an alternate art gym promo over in Japan. What that essentially means is that at some point in the not too distant future, this will be a promo for us. Cool? What does it do? Well, all of our translations come from the lovely David Hockman over at limitlesstcg.com/translations. We like him. He's awesome. And first of all, 1 water energy, search your deck for 3 water energy, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Oh. Cool. It's not particularly good though, is it? I mean, look, if you want to search, if you go second, you can use Energy Spinner to search for free energy. And it's also not an attack. You can use Lady to search for 4 energy, though admittedly, that is your only supporter. You can use Mallow and Lana to search for free energy, but then if you discard some cards, you can reuse a Water GX attack. And look, having lots of energy in your hand is good. We've got that new Frostmoth coming, which allows you to attach as much water energy from your hand as you like to your bench water Pokemon. We've got Blastoise and Piplup, whose first attack allows you to attach free water energy to your Pokemon in any way you like, healing 50 every time you attach an energy. I get it. Having a lot of energy in hand is good. Using an attack, I think we've got better ways to get the energy. But that's still better than the other attack. 2 water energy, 60 damage. No. Just no. Come on. 2 energy for this? Single energy 60 is what I was doing with Donphan. I know I mentioned Donphan a lot, right? But I love that Donphan. If you want another example, how about the Dugtrio from the X and Y base set? The fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, that if you want to do 60 damage, we've just got like a bazillion better ways to do so. 2 water, not even colourless energy, 2 water energy. No. It's just not good enough. And I don't think anyone's going to really argue that, I may be wrong, but I don't think anyone's really going to argue that 60 damage is much better. Okay, to be fair, that is exactly what Hitmonchan does. But that's the bad attack. We like Hitmonchan's first attack. No, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not particularly impressed. 110 HP is quite good, I suppose, because of Zapdos. As in, it's got the same HP, so it can't be too bad. And U-Turn Board likes your retreat cost of 1, but no. Okay, so we're not loving Mantine. How about Cloyster? Well, Cloyster comes in at 130 HP on a stage 1, which is quite nice. So there with Naganadel, it's pretty much what we're looking for. And we've got a retreat cost of 2, which is higher than we'd like, but then we got that new balloon card coming. So retreat cost of 2 isn't what it used to be. And then for 1 colourless energy, 30 damage, flip a coin, if heads paralysis. Well, we've seen a million of these flip a coin, if heads paralysis attacks. Doing 30 damage in the meantime, yeah. I'm actually quite alright with that. I mean, to be fair, we have got a Morpeko that will do 60 plus paralysis on a coin flip. But then again, that Morpeko is for 1 lightning, 2 colourless energy. It is significantly more expensive than just a single colourless energy. It's, yeah, it's a bit much. But really, it's a stage 1. You see, single colourless energy on a basic, some damage and a special condition I can get behind. A card I've mentioned quite a lot as one that I'm fairly fond of is the Xurkitree, the first one we got. I think it came out in Forbidden Light, if I remember correctly. And that Xurkitree comes along, 1 colourless energy, 20 damage plus confusion. And that's 20 damage, right? Not 30. And it's for a lightning energy, not a colourless. The thing is, I'm thinking I'm going second. Maybe I'm playing a bit of an evolution deck, or maybe I need more energy that I've got, or whatever. This is a really nice attack to buy myself some time. It's a nice early game attack that I can use while I'm getting rolling. You can't do that on a stage 1 Pokemon. It's a good attack. I do like it as an attack. But honestly, it's on a stage 1. It's still a good attack. 30 damage plus paralysis on a coin flip, I like, even though we don't have Victini anymore to turn it from a 50% chance into a 75% chance. I just cannot get behind this on a stage 1. Now, Water 2 Colourless Energy 100, why? You're not even getting a Reshiram and Charizard if you're hitting for weakness. Now, to be fair, you are still getting a Blacephalon, but you're not getting Reshiram and Charizard. And it's too expensive. And I know that we've got Naganadel and Quagsire to accelerate water energy. I know you could instead use Red and Blue to evolve up GX and then use Quagsire to move it over. I know we've got the aforementioned Frostmoth. I know we've got the aforementioned Blastoise. I know we've actually got some pretty good options nowadays for accelerating water energy. But if I'm accelerating water energy, why don't I use Kyurem and do 110 plus automatic paralysis? I know you've got to discard 2 water energy, but you're also doing an extra 10 damage and paralysis, and you're a basic, and you've got the same HP. Sorry, Cloyster. But hey, maybe we can like Lapras. 130 HP on a basic is great. It's like that Kyurem we just talked about. Although the retreat cost of 3 is kind of sucky because we don't have an easy way to retreat it. But what's going on with the attack? 4 water energy, 70 damage. I told you a minute ago that 2 water energy, 60 was not good enough. So you can imagine my feelings on 4 water energy, 70. It's 10 more damage. No! No! However, you do get to return 2 energy from your opponent's active Pokemon to their hand. Oh! I mean, it's still way too expensive. It is quite nice, though. Don't forget we're getting Team Meow Grunt that lets you return an energy from your opponent's Pokemon into their hand. And now you're just getting all kind of energy back into their hand. And I actually do kind of like this. It's not a bad little combo we've got going on. You can really start wrecking your opponent's energy. Get it all back in their hand. And yeah, sure, if they're playing a Welder deck, they can just reattach it. Or a Frostmoth deck, they can just reattach it. But outside of that, I think we've got a little bit of potential here. I think we might have a little bit of something going on. But for 4 water energy, no. Just no. Like, we can do so much better. And the fact of the matter is, although some decks will be crippled by this, there are too many decks that can just reattach the energy. So our last chance today, ladies and gentlemen, is a Cramorant. 110 HP on a basic, in line with Zapdos, it's fine. Retreat cost of 1, U-turn board, it's quite nice. First attack, Water Arrow, 1 water energy. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. I mean, fine. I mean, look, doing damage is alright. Doing damage to the bench is fine. It doesn't have to be to the bench, incidentally. It could be just the active. But is it enough? And the honest answer is I don't think it is. Let's take something... I mean, honestly, that Krabby I showed you yesterday, the one that does 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon for 1 water energy, I would legitimately rather have that. Because at least with that, I'm doing more damage in total. Honestly, if I want to spread a bit of damage in the early game, I'm going Mew here. I'm going for the Mew from Unbroken Bonds. Because the Mew from Unbroken Bonds, 2 things, right? Firstly, it's got the ability that protects all of your bench Pokemon from damage. But secondly, and more importantly for our purposes today, 1 colourless energy, not water. Drop 3 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. It's 3 damage counters rather than 2. It can be spread around Pokemon rather than all have to be done to one. And also, Mew will block Cramorant, but Mew won't block Mew. So frankly, ladies and gentlemen, this first attack, I would rather play Mew from Unbroken Bonds. But there is still one more attack to have a chat about in this video. Can it be good? No. 2 Water Energy, 50 damage. Again, earlier on I was rallying against an attack that did 60 for 2 Water Energy. Doing 50 for 2 Water Energy, I don't think I need to spend a huge amount of time going into detail about why I don't like this. It's not particularly good. No, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately none of these Pokemon in this video have proven to be particularly amazing. None of them are going to be setting the format on fire, but I did tell you I was going to show you every single new card, except pre-evolutions that don't do anything interesting. So I'm going to. And you never know, right? There have been plenty of cards that have been quote-unquote bad, but there is one deck they fit into perfectly, or a new card that comes out which helps them out amazingly, and all of a sudden, oh look, now they're really good cards. Good job we had a look at them. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to know what you think about any of these cards and what redeeming features you can find about any of them. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. And please do make sure you're checking out youtube.com/WassyPlays, where we can talk about a whole bunch of games that don't have Pokemon in, but do have awesome. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.